James may be the king, but he isn't the favorite among NBA rookies. This year's rookie class voted Kevin Durant and Kobe Bryant as its favorite players. Durant won the vote at 21%, edging out Bryant at 18%. In an annual survey of rookies conducted by NBA.com, LeBron James finished third at 15%, and reigning league MVP and NBA champion Stephen Curry tied for fourth with D. Wade, each earning 9% of the vote. Interesting poll here. Stephen A., what does this tell you about the rookies?
Well, listen, I think that, the rookies have an appreciation for the greatness of LeBron James. It can't be denied. But when you look at Kevin Durant, you see what a sniper he is from long range. When you look at a guy like Kobe, you see the assassin's mentality that he has. And I think those two components are a bit more attractive than the entire arsenal that LeBron James brings brings to the table for himself. And then, to me, I would have liked to have seen Steph Curry on that list, because I think Steph Curry is the best marksman in the game today. And, of course, you see guys that, they look at Dwayne Wade and they fantasize about Dwayne Wade when healthy, because Dwayne Wade, when healthy, is lethal himself. And you also have to take into account the fact that folks have tired of LeBron James in this respect. We know about his greatness. His greatness is undeniable. But at the same time, they hear it so much, and they're not oblivious to the fact that he does have 4 NBA Finals losses on his resume. And so when you look at it from that perspective, there are guys that are going to feel like, well, we understand it. We got mad respect for him. He's the best in the game. But at the same time, there are others to like just as well, if not more, legitimately so. And I get where they're coming from.
But, Stephen A., in the end, the rookie's appreciation of LeBron James can be denied a little bit, because I got to tell you, I was surprised by this. I would have bet against this, because the two players who received the most votes, KD and Kobe, didn't play last year. So they were kind of out of sight, out of mind. KD played some, obviously. But, LeBron James, as you always say, and I do not disagree with, is the best player on the planet. He is the most popular player on the planet as far as the NBA goes, I think. I could be wrong about that. Yet here's the group of incoming rookie stars, if you will. They were college stars, obviously. And they're not paying that much respect to LeBron, because 21% of the vote went to Kevin Durant. I get what you say, long-range sniper and all the above, and Kobe just on his legacy greatness. I get that at 18. But I'm surprised, and I'm with you on your perception of maybe they're just tired of LeBron. Maybe they see too many LeBron commercials, although Kevin rivals them, because every time I turn on my TV, I see Kevin Durant in another commercial. So in the big, but like you say, he's lost 4 finals. He's been in 6 of the last 9, but he's lost. So does that diminish their respect? I'm talking about just a little bit, because he did get 15% of the votes. But go ahead.
Well, I just think that when I say they've tired of him, it's not his fault. I think the media assist in bringing you up and helping to diminish you as well, because it can be an overload. You can saturate the market, so to speak, sometimes. And I think that that's what has happened to LeBron James. There's a lot of great players in the NBA. LeBron James, you have to remember, is a freak of nature. One of the things that you loved about Allen Iverson when he was tearing up the league was the fact that you ran into him. Hell, he was looking you eye to eye. You were his height. You were his size. He wasn't 6'8", 6'9", 250, a locomotive coming after you. He wasn't a freak of nature. He just looked like any old dude walking down the street. And then you get on a basketball court and see him in action, and you're like, my God, this brother's sensational. You look at Kevin Durant, nobody's, too many people ain't that long, that slim. But look at what he does. I mean, this brother can pull up from 30. You look at Kobe. He's a 5-time champion, and he's heartless on the court. He's ruthless in trying to defeat you. Plus, there's the allure of what's he going to do for his swan song since this is supposed to be his last season? That's a question mark. So they look at it from that perspective. There are compelling reasons to look at somebody other than LeBron, but it's not really a knock against LeBron. It's just that he's so conspicuous. He's so in everybody's face, and most of the time for very, very good reasons, because it's well earned. And by the way, you want to take a moment, Skip, to give this brother props through his foundation. He's spending like $41 million on giving local kids in Akron a full 4-year scholarship. I mean, LeBron James is doing some absolutely wonderful and spectacular things. But it doesn't negate the fact that every time you turn around, when it comes to basketball, you're hearing about LeBron. And this could be rookies' ways of saying, we'd like to hear about somebody else because we believe other people need to deserve to be heard about too.
Okay, and I got it. And LeBron does great things off the court. But that's
Fantastic.
not factoring in enough to these kids to say, I love him, he's my favorite because of what he does on the court and off the court. They're saying, nah, again, a majority saying, I'll take KD or give me Kobe. And LeBron got 15% of the vote. Interesting. So would you move quickly with me to one other category? Because I want your response to this.
Sure.
When the kids were asked, the incoming rookies, which of you, which one would you vote for of the incoming rookies to have the best career? Best career. Jahlil Okafor got 24% of the vote over my guy, Karl Anthony Towns, at 17%. Then it went down to Justin Anderson, Moutier, Stanley Johnson. Sam Decker got 6.9%. Then we've got others receiving votes. And sixth on that list of just getting a couple of votes or whatever's left, sixth on that list is D'Angelo Russell. So the Lakers obviously had the opportunity on a silver platter to take Jahlil Okafor, who got 24% of the votes, best career, and they took D'Angelo Russell, who got the sixth fewest others receiving votes. So the players who usually know who can play because they played against each other all through AAU, obviously, and some in college. They're saying, wait, this guy, Jahlil Okafor, is going to be way better than this guy, D'Angelo Russell. What does that have to say about the Los Angeles Lakers?
What it has to say about the Los Angeles Lakers is that they are not what they used to be, and they damn sure ain't what we thought they should be, because when they drafted D'Angelo Russell, we were under the impression that there was a big man that they were going to get in free agency. So it made perfect sense that they would pass on Jahlil Okafor. But once they couldn't get anybody, once none of the big men wasn't willing to come there, including Greg Monroe from Detroit, then you realize that the Lakers may have made a mistake. Now, I know for a fact that Kobe loved the pick, and D'Angelo Russell gets mad respect from NBA player personnel directors who say that he's 3 steps ahead of everybody in terms of being a floor general and an orchestrator. This dude knows how to run the show, but you got to have cats that actually know how to play and can do something with the ball, because he's going to get it to you. In any event, you also have to take into account the fact that rookies aren't ones who usually are going to show a keen appreciation for a floor general. They get caught up in points and the spectacular play and the athleticism and the highlight reels for SportsCenter and beyond. They don't really get caught up in somebody that's a John Stockton type dude in terms of being a floor general and knowing how to be a floor orchestrator. That's not something that they tend to lean towards favorably. So you can look at it from that perspective and relatively dismiss their criteria and evaluation.
I hear everything you just said. Those are all fair points. But I told you going into the draft, I'm not a huge fan of D'Angelo Russell's. I'm a little bigger fan of Towns than Okafor, but you loved Okafor, and I think the Lakers made a huge, huge mistake here. Even though what you said, if they had their eyes on some free agent big man and it didn't work, I get that. But it really didn't work.
So long as Okafor is healthy, he will be a 20-10 player for a decade.
Hard to pass up.
Skip, you segued for me nicely, which I appreciate. You talked about a better career. Let's talk about two guys who take the field tonight, not in the same game. Who will have a better career, Johnny Manziel or RG3? We'll get into that one in a minute. Stay here.